Okay, before I get into how I do it, let me just talk about this broker party thing just a minute. It's very important, and I'll try to keep this short. You need to go for two reasons. Not not for the food, not for the drink, not for the music. Obviously, you're going to look at the new models and so forth, which is what they're promoting, whether it be a lunch or maybe an evening affair, whatever, right? But you need to go because two things you need to do. One, you need to meet an on-site agent and have that agent take you to the site table. And for those of you not familiar with what a site table looks like, that's what a site table looks like. And while she's explaining all the wonders of their subdivision and showing you what they're talking about as far as what they have, they usually only have two or three left in this phase. They're very good at this urgency thing with inventory. They only got a couple over here that, well, they're trying to get rid of these, so they have a little special thing going over there, and over here at this other area they got this. I need to hear all that, but I need to build rapport with that agent, and I want to find out for myself how good is this person at construction, for example. What do they do for transaction management? I want to know that. I'm more interested in the person than I am the builder at this point. I don't want her telling me I need to learn construction. I want to tell her she needs to learn construction, not me. it's, I need to know how good she is. That's what I want. I want somebody on my team I can turn to, I can depend on. Whether it be a male, female, doesn't matter, as long as they're good at what they're doing, right? And yet they'll tell us we need to learn construction. I don't know why they do that. So it's tradition, I guess. What I need to do is find a good prospect to get them out there and make the introduction. That's what I need to do. But anyway, that's one thing I do. And then because I want to now know the macro location, I want to know what's going on in the bigger picture within a 5 mile radius, what's going on with the roads, taxes, industry, education, medical. I want to know all of that because that helps me with my listing presentations, as well as working with the buyers who are buying resales, right? It brings me up to date on the location. And if that is so important, and I want to hear how she presents it, or he presents it, because this is part of what we do, right? We want the best information we can get for our buyers before we show them the resales, because if our resales are in the general area, which they probably will be, we've got the location story right here. We know what they're going to say to our prospects when we bring them in, right? So we want to keep that in mind. The second thing I want to do is I want to meet the number one co-broker for that builder. Now I want to do all of this before I sit down, okay? I want to meet that person. I want to know why that, and they will be there. If they're in town, they will be there at that party or that event, unless it's a luncheon just for your office. And then I want to ask that co-broker why they like this particular builder. Understand they're the number one broker here for this builder. What is it they like about working with this builder? And I want to listen to their answer. And while I'm with them, I'll say, are there any builders in this general area that other builders you like to work with? And they'll give me a name or two. And then I'll say, are there any builders out there that you prefer not to work with if you can help it? You see what I'm learning here? If I get an emergency call or a text and I've got to leave early, I've had a very good and productive time with this builder. And I haven't had my first piece of chicken yet. But that's why you should go to these parties, okay? Just want to plant that seed. Now that you've been to the party, you met this agent. Let's say it's at the sales trailer that we just looked at up here a few minutes ago, and we're about to go inside and see this site table with a prospect. Now what I do, and I'll go to the next slide so I don't run too long on this one,